My dear friend, right now, take a deep breath and listen to the sound of that heart, working ceaselessly for you on the left side of your chest. You are here right now because you feel crushed under a burden that is far too heavy for your shoulders to carry. It feels as though there is an insurmountable, indestructible, giant wall reaching up to the skies right in front of you. You look at your life, your debts, your broken relationships, or that dream that seems to be slipping right through your hands, and your mind whispers a dangerous, poisonous word to you. That word is impossible. You tell yourself there is no way out. You calculate the probabilities. You weigh it on the scale of human intellect, and you see your chances of success as absolute zero. But allow me to tell you a truth that will shake the very ground beneath your feet. The logic you are using is flawed because it is merely human logic. You are trying to measure a vast ocean with a tiny spoon in your hand. Right now, you are about to embark on a journey into the deepest secrets of the cosmos. We are going to talk about the command that created the stars, the sun, and that subtle, beautiful soul within your body. We will speak of the secret of Kun Faya Kun, that divine command of be, and its majestic manifestation. What I am about to tell you are not just stories left on dusty pages of the past. This is entirely about you, right now, in this exact moment of your despair. One of the deepest spiritual guides history has ever witnessed. The Sheikh Al-Akbar, Muhyiddin Ibn Arabi, has drawn a magnificent map for our souls. He teaches us that the very thing you call impossible is merely a veil covering your eyes. You are staring blindly at a locked door, entirely forgetting that the key is sitting right in your own pocket. If you stay with me, if you listen, not with your ears, but with your heart, you will learn exactly how to turn that key. You will understand why patience is never a passive waiting, but an active, formidable spiritual power. You will realize that gratitude is a massive magnet that draws miracles into your existence. Prepare yourself. Set your worries aside for just a few minutes. Forget the word impossible, because in the divine dictionary, no such word exists. You are not alone. You are being guided, and relief is much closer than you think. Let us begin. Come. Let us take a closer look at this mountain standing before you, the one that fills you with fear. To you, that mountain is very solid, very real. Whether it is a sickness, financial ruin, or a profound, crushing loneliness, this situation feels like a cage woven from solid steel to you. However, the friends of truth, the people of the heart, and mystics like Ibn Arabi see this situation very differently. They teach us that this physical realm you see is merely a shadow of a far greater, truer reality. When you say something is impossible, you are not actually confessing a limit to the Creator's power. You are confessing a limit in your own imagination. You look at your empty hands, and you assume that just because they are empty now, they will remain empty forever. But think about this. Before you were born, you were nothing, not even a memory. Then that divine command came. Be. And here you are, breathing, thinking, and feeling. If the Creator could bring you from absolute nothingness into the realm of existence. Do you truly think it would be difficult for him to change your current situation? For the power that spins galaxies like prayer beads? Could it possibly be difficult to fix your bank account, to heal your broken heart, or to return what you have lost? The problem is not the magnitude of your troubles. The problem is the smallness of your vision. You are fixing your gaze upon the created, but you must turn your eyes toward the Creator. Ibn Arabi teaches us that the universe is being recreated at every single moment and is in a constant, endless state of change. Nothing stays the same. Every single atom is in motion. The situation that imprisons you today, if the command is given, can scatter and fade away like smoke by tomorrow morning. You must stop worshipping your troubles. When you focus all your energy, all your fear, and all your attention on the obstacles, you grant them the power to rule over you. You turn the obstacle into an idol within your mind. You must shift your perspective. You must understand that the word impossible is a lie whispered by the devil to make you lose your hope. There is a spiritual law at work here. When you truly believe that nothing is impossible for the divine, you open a door in the unseen realm. You begin to align yourself with the energy of Kun Faya Kun. This command overrides all physical laws. Gravity, time, logic, they all bow down before the divine will. Right now, you are writing the script of your life with your thoughts. If you write tragedy and despair, that will be the role you play on the stage. But you hold the power to change the genre of your story, right at this very moment. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a masterpiece of the Lord of the worlds, and you carry within you a breath of the divine. In the eyes of the truth, there is no difference between moving a mountain and moving a grain of sand. It requires no effort. It requires no time. It only requires a command. And that command is waiting for a heart ready to receive it. Are you ready? Are you willing to set your logic aside and embrace the infinite potential waiting for you? The first step is to erase the word impossible from your mind. No such thing exists. There is only the will of the Creator, and His will is absolute power. You are probably asking yourself a very difficult question right now. You say, if the divine can do anything, and the command of be happens instantly, why am I still suffering? Why has my prayer not been answered yet? Why is the pain still here? This is exactly where you must understand the profound wisdom of Ibn Arabi. This is where you must open your spiritual eyes. When the Almighty gives the command to be, that thing instantly comes into existence in the realm of the unseen, in the realm of meaning. The matter is finished. The decree has been issued. The healing you seek, the job you need, that blessed partner you have been praying for. The moment the command is given, it is already created in the spiritual realm. However, you live in a world limited by time and space. You live in a world of cause and effect. Think of this like planting a seed in the soil. When you place the seed in the earth, that tree already exists in destiny. It is there in potential. But for the sprout to pierce the soil and become visible to your eyes requires a process. Just because you cannot see the miracle yet does not mean it hasn't happened. Kun Faya Kun. The command has already been given for you. Your relief is already on its way to you right now. It is carving a path for itself through the chaos of your life. It is arranging the necessary people, situations, and events to manifest in your reality. You worry because you judge by what you see. You look at the clock and you panic. You think the divine has forgotten you. But the divine does not operate on your clock. It operates on divine timing, which is always perfect. If you had received what you wanted at the exact moment you wanted it, perhaps it would have destroyed you. Perhaps you are not yet ready to carry the weight of that blessing. Perhaps there is a lesson you need to learn so that you can hold on to the blessing when it finally arrives. A delay does not mean you have been denied. A delay is a process of preparation. The command has been given. The universe is rearranging itself to make room for your destiny. You must believe that even while you sleep, the gears of the cosmos are turning in your favor. The truth you desire is rushing towards you. Do not block its path with your doubt. Do not cancel the command with your disbelief. Stand firm, knowing that what is destined for you will never miss you. Now we come to the hardest part of the journey. We must talk about patience. When you hear the word patience, you might feel a tightness in your chest. You might think patience is suffering in silence. You might assume it is accepting defeat and simply waiting for the end. But this is not the patience of the warriors of spirituality. This is not the patience Ibn Arabi speaks of. True patience is not passive. It is active. True patience is a state of inner power. Imagine a guard, a soldier keeping watch. He does not sleep. He does not complain. Alert, strong, waiting for the command from his commander in a state of absolute readiness. That is what patience is. It is standing your ground when everything tells you to run. It is keeping your heart at peace while your world is in chaos. You must stop seeing patience as a punishment. Patience is, in fact, your declaration of trust. When you are patient, you are saying to the Creator, I know you hear me, and I trust your plan more than my own anxiety. Most people see prayer as a gamble. They pray, and then they worry. They ask for help, and then they panic. This is a contradiction. If you have truly surrendered your problem to the Creator, why are you still carrying the suitcase of anxiety on your back? To practice true patience, you must let go of the questions how and when. You do not know how the problem will be solved. That is not your job. Your job is to maintain a state of absolute faith. Your job is to keep your spiritual frequency high. Your job is to act as if the help is already on its way. Think of it this way. If a king promised you a gift, would you worry about paying your rent? No, you would relax, because a king's word is a guarantee. But you are dealing with the King of Kings, with the Lord of the worlds. His promise is the absolute truth. Therefore, wipe that frown off your face. Stop complaining to everyone about your bad luck. Complaining only attracts more negativity. Instead, adopt the posture of someone who knows that victory is coming. Inhale the peace of knowing you are protected and cared for. This is the patience that shakes the heavens. This is the patience that invites the miracle. When you remain calm in the midst of the storm has no choice but to pass away. Now, we must speak of a tool so powerful that it can alter the very chemistry of your life. That tool is gratitude. But I am not talking about that polite thank you say when someone holds the door for you. I'm talking about a gratitude that shakes the foundations of your despair. You might be thinking, how can I be grateful when my life is falling apart? How can I praise when I am in pain, penniless, or entirely alone? That is the logic of the ordinary mind. The ordinary mind waits for the gift first before it gives thanks. But you came here to learn the path of extraordinary souls. The masters of spirituality offer us a profound secret. Gratitude is not the result of a blessing. Gratitude is the cause of that blessing. When you show gratitude, you send a signal to the heavens that you are ready for more. There is a divine promise. If you are grateful, I will surely increase my favors upon you. This is a guarantee. This is a law as real as gravity. When you complain, you focus on what is missing. You focus on lack. And wherever your attention goes, energy flows. By complaining, you are digging a deeper hole for yourself. You are telling the universe that you are poor, that you are sick, that you are unlucky. And the universe reflects that reality right back to you. But when you use gratitude like a shield in the middle of the storm, you confuse the forces of darkness. You break the cycle of negativity. You say to the Creator, I trust you so much that I am thanking you even before the miracle arrives. I thank you for the breath in my lungs. I thank you for the beating of my heart. I thank you for the wisdom I have gained from this trial. This kind of gratitude acts like a magnet. It draws the solution toward you. It elevates your vibration from a state of despair to a state of receiving. If your radio is tuned to the frequency of hopelessness, you cannot receive the broadcast of hope. You must tune your heart to the frequency of gratitude. Start today. Look at the little things. Do not despise the small blessings, because they are the seeds of massive miracles. If you can find just one single thing to be grateful for in your darkest hour, it means you have lit a candle that the darkness can never extinguish. It means you have cracked open the door for the command of be, and it is, to enter your life. The title of our journey told you to be patient, to be grateful, and to watch. Now, we must understand what it means to watch, to contemplate. This is not the gaze of a bored spectator. This is the gaze of a witness, in a state of absolute awe. Ibn Arabi and the great saints speak of a state where you stop fighting the current of the river and simply float upon the water. You realize that you are not the one steering the ship. The ship is being steered by the divine captain. Your anxiety stems from trying to control things that are simply not in your hands. You are trying to play the role of God in your own life, and this is consuming you. To watch means to enter a state of surrender. It means stepping back and observing how the Almighty weaves the threads of your destiny. You look at your life and you say, I am eager to see how the divine will solve this for me. You replace your fear with curiosity. When you truly let go of the need to control the outcome, you create a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. The divine power rushes in to fill that space. But if your hands are gripping the wheel so tightly that your knuckles have turned white, there is no room for the divine hand to guide you. You must bear witness to the unfolding of your own story. Watch how a closing door leads you to an open window. Watch how a person leaving your life makes room for someone far better. Watch how today's loss becomes tomorrow's gain. This requires a profound trust. It requires you to believe that the screenwriter of your life knows exactly what he is doing. There are no mistakes in his plan. There are only plot twists leading to a beautiful ending. When you stop thrashing, you stop sinking. When you surrender yourself to the water lifts you up. This is the spiritual physics of surrender. By watching, you acknowledge that the power to change your reality does not come from your limited ego, but from the supreme station. You confess your helplessness, and through that confession, a divine strength is granted to you. Chapter 6. The Break of Dawn. You endured, you were patient, you found reasons to be grateful, you relinquished control. Now, you are on the threshold of that great breakthrough, that grand spiritual conquest. The darkest moment of the night is always the moment just before the dawn. You might feel like you are at your breaking point right now. You might think you cannot take a single step further. But I am here to tell you this. This extreme pressure is necessary. Coal only turns into a diamond under extreme pressure. You are being forged. You are being polished. The command of Kun Faya Kun usually manifests in the blink of an eye. It happens suddenly. A single phone call changes everything. A single encounter alters your career. A momentary realization heals a lifetime of trauma. Those walls that appear so high can turn to dust in a single second. Do not give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens. You do not know what is written on the next page of your book. Relief is already in motion. The angels of mercy are descending. The solution has been prepared. Your only job is to keep your heart open. Do not allow your heart to harden and become bitter. A hardened heart cannot absorb the rain of mercy. Keep your heart soft with hope. Keep your tongue moist with remembrance. Fix your eyes on the horizon. There is no such thing as impossible. That word is an illusion. For the one who created you, your request is so easy. It is small. It is already done. Walk with the confidence of a ruler who knows his kingdom is secure. Walk with the peace of a child who knows they are holding their parent's hand. He says, "Be," and it is. This is a promise. This is a law. And right now, it is working for you. Believe in this. Accept this. And live this. As we come to the end of this spiritual journey, you must realize that something within you has shifted. You are not the same person who started listening to this message. The person who clicked on this video was filled with heavy doubts and dark fears. But the person listening to me right now has a spark of divine light in their chest. You have remembered who you are. You are not a beggar in this universe. You are a guest of the most generous host. You have understood that your logic is limited, but the treasures of your Lord are limitless. You have learned that the word Kun Faya Kun is not merely a spoken phrase, but a living energy flowing through your veins. The wall you face is merely a shadow. The door you thought was locked is only waiting for your hand to turn the knob. The impossibility you fear is simply a test of your faith. From this day forward, when whispers of doubt breathe fear into you, you will answer with faith. When the world tells you no, you will look to the heavens and wait for the divine yes. You will walk with the dignity of someone who knows the supreme power is behind them. Do not let this feeling fade away when you turn off the screen. Carry this state of absolute trust into your kitchen, into your workplace, and into your bed at night. Sleep with the peace of knowing that while you rest, the command of Allah is building your future. Your reality is about to change because your heart has changed. The outer world is merely a mirror of your inner world. You have polished the mirror. Now, watch as that beautiful reflection appears. If this message touched your soul, it was not a coincidence. This was a divine appointment. You needed to hear this to wake up from the slumber of despair. Now, I want you to make an agreement with your own soul. I want you to make a declaration of trust. Do not just listen and leave. Seal this covenant. Go to the comment section below and write a single sentence affirming your new state. Write this. He says, be, and it is. My trust in my Lord is absolute. Let this be your written testimony. Let the universe see your declaration of faith. When you write this, you manifest your faith physically. You ground the energy. If you wish to continue this journey of spiritual awakening and discover more secrets of the soul, join us. Subscribe to this channel so that when the world tries to make us forget, we can remind each other of the truth. May your heart be filled with light. May your burdens be lightened. May your impossible become possible. May you be entrusted to Allah.